last time out in the Lenovo Pro Series, we saw Emily York-Watson go 3 in a row at Pocono Raceway, and currently has a 20-point lead over Sammy Camara. If Emily York-Watson wants to go 4 in a row, that driver will have to do it from the outside lane. We are racing in the Corn State, in Iowa, and at the Iowa Speedway with just 5 races to go in the 2025 Pro Series season. It is the Hy-Vee 150 at Iowa Speedway. Hello everyone, it is Nathan here and welcome to the Corn State of Iowa Speedway. And we saw a lot of corn that was not harvested yet, but definitely interesting to see of how this all plays out at this racetrack. Similar to Richmond, a little bit bigger and a little bit sketchier at times as well. And passing can be difficult here, and we gotta see if it all goes down. 38 laps on tap here for race 13 on the season, and only 4 races before the chaotic finale of Talladega. We got Vocal Dawn up here in the booth here tonight at Iowa Speedway, and welcome to this just over 0.8 of a mile short track in Iowa.
Hello there. I'm glad to be here tonight.
It's gonna be a fun night of racing here at Iowa Speedway, and this is a track similar to Richmond, a little bit longer and a little bit more narrow than Richmond. So what do these drivers need to do to try and get to victory lane, and for Emily York-Watson to try and points manage tonight after starting on the inside lane without starting?
I guess the goal is just to get to the inside lane as quickly as possible for her. As for the other drivers, you just keep that inside lane for yourself and try to run clean laps. I think that will be key for tonight.
Absolutely. You don't want to make too many mistakes, and we tend to see these guys get into the outside wall off turn 4 sometimes, and for the drivers definitely starting on the outside lane, you gotta be fairly careful about that. And we gotta see how it all goes down. Emily York-Watson is the point leader still, but starts on the outside lane here tonight, and not in her usual normal car, in one of Low Cars Local in the number 27, and has a 20-point lead over Sammy Camara in the 61 here tonight, right behind him in the 7th position. Javier Vasquez in 3rd, minus 21. Juan Rodriguez in 4th, minus 32. Neil Zonka in 5th, minus 34. Angel Gutierrez in 6th, minus 38. Jay Littleton in 7th, minus 39. B.B. Ruiz in 8th, minus 47. Carlos Miller in 9th, minus 56. And running at the top then is the Sprint Series champion of Alexander, has been kind of on a roll with consistency as of late. Might not have a chance at the title, but might be able to get a top 10 in the point standings. And we gotta see if how it all goes down. Here is the starting lineup for race 13 on the season. It is the number 16 of Matt Black on the pole, with the number 72 of Javier Vasquez in second. The number 17 of Howley Anson Jr. and the 71 of Marco Espina-Brat. The number 41 of Angel Gutierrez, and the point leader, the number 27 of Emily York-Watson. The number 61 of Sammy Camara, second in points, and the number 63 of Juan Rodriguez, fourth in the point standings. The number 25 of Justin Perez, and the 78 of Alexander Lowe. The number 62, that is Chase McClure, and the 52, normally Emily York-Watson, but tonight that is Neil Zonka. The number 88 of Xander Jeffrey, and the number 33 of B.B. Ruiz. The number 37 of Hurricane Coyolou, and the number 32 of J.R. Littleton. The number 64, that is Sarah Taylor, and the number 23 of Charles Bowen. The number 47 of Colin Jones, and the number 80 of Greg Victorious Benny, the number 77 of Samet Oskin, and the number 7 of Bradley Weem. The number 87, that is Aaron Lutz, and the number 51 of Dylan Matthews. The number 40 of Johnson Jameson, and the only new driver on the field. Everyone else has made at least one start this season. Only one new driver here tonight, and the number 99 is Martin Silvestri. So, gotta see how it all goes down. 38 laps on tap here tonight, and who do you think will win here in the Corn Belt and for the Hy-Vee 150?
If I'm honest, I think Matt Black and Hallie Anderson Jr. have the best chance, with one starting on the front row and the other starting in third. They have that inside line advantage at the start, and I think they can. They are both very good drivers and can compete for this win.
I like both of those pits. Definitely, track position is going to be key, and for Hallie Anderson Jr. wants some momentum. It's been a rough year here in these weekly signups with some of these races, and we'll see of who gets the job done. Matt Black on the front row, make sure everyone is rolling, and we are. And it will be Matt Black and Javier Vasquez leading us to the green for race number 13 on the season. It's Pro Series 9 in America for the Hy-Vee 150. Great jump from the top two on the inside lane of Hallie Anderson Jr. and Matt Blatt. And we gotta watch out for this. The rewind is not gonna look out, and that is the point leader of the 27. Emily York Watson dropping back like a walk. And we saw it early on lap number 1, especially when these guys are starting in. Oh, we are all the way under caution on lap number 2.
Yeah, I thought I saw some smoke in the back, but seems the 47 and some other guys are involved. Pretty tough start of the race for them.
Oh my goodness, we are wrecking under caution. The 47 and 87 brought the yellow, and then the 52 of Neil Zonka got spun around as well. And a chaotic start to this one in the Hy-Vee 150, and I was kind of afraid of that with how these drivers were racing at the start 2 and 3Y at Iowa.
Yeah, it was indeed very aggressive from all the drivers. Kind of exciting, but yeah, this is the end result. Was under caution, and some drivers already having damage on the cars.
And that is Iowa, and maybe with a single file restart, these guys can calm it down a little bit. Let's go ahead and see what all went down to bring out an early caution here at Iowa Speedway for the Hy-Vee 150. Gonna fall on one time here, and a simple spin to bring out the first caution of the night. 47 slides up into the 87. Colin Jones spins out the 87 of Aaron Lutz. And that is going to bring out the first caution of the night. Fairly simple right there. And then racing back to the line, everything was just fine. But then the number 23 of Charles Bones is going to get into the 52 of Neil Zonka, and didn't really mean to, just everyone kind of bunching up for the yellow, and gonna send the 52 for a little bit of a slide. He'll be able to get his position back for the restart. A chaotic couple of spins, short track racing at its finest. And we will go back going here fairly early on with Matt Black as the race leader in the number 16 for Thorsport Avalon Racing. And let's go ahead and see what ends up happening for the rest of this one here for the Hy-Vee 150 at Iowa Speedway. Welcome back to Iowa Speedway, and we will go back green after an early accident here at Iowa Speedway on lap number 6 next time by. It looked like a simple spin for the most part for Colin Jones and Alan Lutz. And of course, Neil Zonka got spun after the yellow was already thrown out, but was able to get back into his position. And it will be the number 16 of Matt Black as the race leader on the restart, with Hal Anderson Jr. in second, Angel Gutierrez in third, Javier Vasquez in fourth, Sammy Camara in fifth, Espen Borat and others round out the top 10. And unfortunately, the point leader dropped all the way back to 11th at the start. But with a single file restart, where you'll see how much tamer it is, that Green top 3 with a good jump on the start. And we gotta watch out for Al Anderson Jr. Maybe can peek to the inside for the race lead.
Oh, and there comes the 41 underneath that 17 car, which gets pushed wide. And maybe the Sev2 looking to make it free wide, but the 17 finding a lot of grip on that outside and putting up a good fight against the cars on the inside line.
Yeah, that's something I was not really expecting. I didn't think the outside line had as much grip to contend and try and fight back, but it's not going to work out for the 17 at the end of it. Hal Anderson Jr. is going to drop back. And now the two teammates are going to go side by side here of Vasquez and Sammy Camara. This is a big night for Camara. Second in the point standings is ahead of Emily York Watson for the time being. And that's not what you want to do. We see that a ton into the outside wall for Hallie Anderson Jr. off turn number 4. And the outside lane can contend, but once you get stuck up there, it is no... it's not where you want to be, but Camara is on the move, and same can be said for the 63 here tonight of Juan Rodriguez.
Yeah, that outside lane definitely doesn't seem ideal to be up there. But in the background, we can see Emily York Watson slowly moving back up the field again, just having passed that 71 and now looks like setting up a move on that 62. Oh, very aggressive and very deep from that 27 car.
Emily York Watson just short track raced the 62 of Chase McClure and got the elbows out, short track racing, and the 27 seems to be much better this one now with that single file restart, and is on the move and is now right behind Sammy Camara in the number 61 for the points. And Camara was 20 points behind, so with this being one position ahead would only make up really 1 point, and it would only be 19 points between the top two. But we gotta watch out for the race lead though, because Angel Gutierrez looks very strong. These racing motorsports cars have been fast all year, and Angel Gutierrez with a great one off turn 3 and 4 might be able to send it a little bit lower, and we might have a battle with Matt Black and Angel Gutierrez for this race lead.
Yeah, Matt Black had an amazing jump of the restart, just like he had at the start of the race, but seems to be losing some time here to the two cars behind him of the 72 and the 63 as he goes wide and the 41 comes underneath, and he will take P1, it looks like, into turn 3 and 4. But the 16 fights back, but the outside lane just cannot contend, as now the 63 will come by as well. And he goes for the lead. The 63 goes to the lead with the P2 in the championship, and Emily York Watson following as well.
We have so many drives up there in the standings up here in this race. You got Angel Gutierrez sits in the points. You got Juan Rodriguez who dominated the first part of the season, still with a chance at the championship, now in the race lead. And then of course you got Sammy Camara second points and the point leader of Emily York Watson into the third place spot. as the 41 slips up, and this is Iowa. It's a very tricky racetrack. You slip up, you get into the outside wall, and now Emily York Watson is trying to go 4 in a row, and this time in a different car, not the 52, is up to second.
Yeah, Emily York Watson currently looks like that car is on rails as she's flying through the field from what was P11 to now P2 in just a handful of laps, and I assume she will be trying to hunt down that P1 car and the car on P1 and try and take that spot from them as well.
Juan Rodriguez, no slouch though, was the point leader for the good chunk of the first 7 races, and it looked like he was going to walk away with this championship. And to his credit, if he wins tonight, it will be win number 3, Emily York Watson. It's crazy to think that Emily York Watson's only won 3 races, but it could have been maybe 4 or 5 if things went her way earlier in the season. But right now, it is 3 out of the top 4 in the point standings pulling away from the field. Got Matt Black in the 4th position. Battle for 5th is Angel Gutierrez and Hy-Vee Vasquez. That is 3rd and 6th in the point standings. That's the same distance to the outside wall. That's going to allow both of the Able Motorsports, Able cars to go past 72. 77 of Cement Oscar on the move. 64 of Juan Rodriguez, and here comes the cheese car, the 32 of J.R. Whipperton as well. And these guys are slipping and sliding here tonight, and it is still very tight up front with the top 3 here on lap 22.
Emily York Watson just slipping up a bit, and now that 61 car is trying to move as she barely keeps it off the wall, and this allows Matt Black to also go underneath to take back P3, that last podium spot. As Emily York Watson has to start off again, moving up to try and take that P1.
And the good thing for Emily York Watson is that she can take her time. He's still got quite a few laps to go, and the top 4 have really broken away as 16 slips up a little bit. That's going to open up the door for Watson to the inside. And there's a gaggle of cars behind these top 4, side by side for 3rd, and Watson's going to take it back. But you got the 77 of Cement Oscar on the move on the long one. Got the 32 of J.R. Wilberton on the move. 72 of Hy-Vee Vasquez. The 71 of Melco Espana Blada. The 62 of Chase McClure. And then how about the 25 of Justin Perez inside of the top 10? That's a little bit of a close call there with the 52 and the 41. The 41 has really dropped back as of late for Angel Gutierrez. Does not have the speed after getting into the wall too many times probably. And that's going to hurt them here in the remainder of this one. And honestly, I think some of these drivers might have a long one car like the 77 and 32 because they have caught up with the 16 as Matt Black might be falling off here late in this race.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. With Matt Black either having made a huge mistake or just dropping off the pace, having fallen back to the cars behind the leading 3. Which, we have a move for the lead now. The 6-1 of Sammy Camara making a pass for the lead on the 63 of Juan Rodriguez, and Emily York Watson looking to try and pass that 63 as well, and she gets past. Oh, that 63 fighting back on that outside lane. And he actually stays ahead, which is a surprise to see.
Surprised to see the outside lane work very well for the 63 there of Juan Rodriguez. And Watson's not going to give up though for the second place spot. The 77 is absolutely flying though from Racing Motorsports. Cement Oscar is on the move. Definitely has a long one car. Can he catch up to the top three though? Is the question with 9 laps to go. Twilight racing out front, trying to get the race win. We had Travis in the booth last week at Pocono. And maybe he can get a win as a team owner. Aggressive racing here at Iowa. With 8 laps to go, this time 5. That 63 is so strong on the outside lane. Might be one of the best here tonight, but gets into the outside wall. And you know what? The 77 might have something for the top 3 here, because Cement Austin is flying. Now he's all over the back bumper with Juan Rodriguez with 7 laps to go at the line.
Yeah, surprised to see Samet Oskan up here, because if my memory serves me correct, he started like 23rd of 21st. So he has really carved his way up the field, showing solid pace so far this race, and I think he can definitely fight for that for P2 and maybe the win. But there seems to have formed a bit of a gap between York, Watson, and Mr. Camara in the lead.
Kamara out front with 6 laps to go. Kamara looking for win number 2 on the season. York Watson trying to go 4 in a row. Regardless, it's still going to be a hefty points gain for our point leader. Cement Oskin trying to, I believe, get win number 1 on the season here tonight. And might be able to get the job done in his 9th start, 0 wins. But he is on the move. And then the 72 and 63 round out the top 10. Some great racing once again at Iowa. It's a little bit of a goofy trap, but it works. And now with 4 laps to go, here we go. York Watson is closing back and trying to go 4 in a row in the Pro Series.
Oh, I'm so happy to see this. We have, as a team, started strong with 2 wins early on and then a small dry spell, but I hope Emily York Watson can end that dry spell tonight by taking this win, as she's definitely closing in on that 61 in these closing laps of the race.
And you know what? The last time, I think, if memory serves me correctly, in real life, when someone got close to winning 4 in a row, it was Kyle Olsen that blew a tire at Pocono. Well, Emily York Watson has won the last 3 races, and you know where we were at last week? Pocono. So, Emily York Watson trying to close back in, make it 4 in a row, but got a bad one through 1 and 2 last time by. It will be the white flag this time by top 2. And the points battling out for the race win. Final lap in the Hy-Vee 150. It's been a fun one here tonight. Emily York Watson going to send it in 1 and 2, trying to go 4 in a row. And I don't think it's going to be the case unless the 61 slips up massively. No, Camara will not. And it will be win number 2 on the season for Sammy Camara, winning the Hy-Vee 150. And Emily York Watson second here tonight. But a great points haul, and you know what, that's the best case scenario for Emily York Watson, because only lost 1 point, maybe not 1 point, but lost just a couple of points to Camara. But for Watson, I thought was going to be able to get 4 in a row, not quite, and Camara gets the race win here, and gets some corn in victory lane.
Well, I hope it's Stacy. But yeah, very solid race from I would say the top 3, with Oskin having a very impressive race, and Camara and Watson having an exciting battle for the lead in the final couple of laps, but a deserving winner, I would say.
Absolutely. Camara was one of the fastest 3 cars, I think. Camara, Watson, and then late in the race, Cement Oskin really saved his tires late in the going and was able to get all the way up to the 3rd position. Javier Vasquez in 4th, and Juan Rodriguez rounds out the top 5. So many drivers up there in the point standings, like Camara, like Watson, like Vasquez, Rodriguez, Wimbledon had a good one as well, same with New Zonka, so these drivers are in the white colors signing up each weekend. That's why they are up there in the point standings. But it's going to be maybe about 15 points for the top two of Kamara and Watson with 4 races to go. So still going to be really tight. And have your vest because it's going to be there too. Same with Rodriguez if something crazy happens. But crazy race here at Iowa. A lot of slip ups, a lot of mistakes, and that's just how this racetrack is. One early yellow, but that was it. That single file reset was able to calm these drivers down, and we saw a great battle up towards the front. Kamara gets the win. What's your final thoughts here for the Hy-Vee 150 at Iowa Speedway?
Well, it was a very exciting race with plenty of passing and overall just a solid race, and sad to see that caution in the beginning because I think it would have been better if the race was just fully run on the green flag, but just overall a good race. And as a team owner, second place is nice, but a win is always better.
Definitely, still a good win. Still a good one, I should say, for the team, and definitely needed. Unfortunately, BB finished in last place, but a great one from Emily Watson, and we gotta see how it all goes down. 4 races to go. Atlanta next week. Science will be happening here very shortly, and then Chicagoland, South Boston, and Talladega for the season finale. Thanks for Local for joining me up here tonight at Iowa Speedway. Science for Atlanta will be coming up shortly, and we will see you guys next week.